I want to preface this video by saying that it's not about YouTube as a corporation, more so the people that are on Minecraft and the content that is being made. I think it's really it's changed a lot over the years, which is obviously going to happen with anything like evolution and such. But I think it's such a shame to see what YouTube has become now, solely because of like the essence of what it used to be was so cool, and that just can never be recreated now. Like look at old like Jacksepticeye videos, Snappy videos, NTDM videos. It's very upfront and basic in the sense that it's exactly what the creator loved doing. I think that like NTDM's lab was like his passion project, but great. And like you look at Snappy's Lovely World, that like there's no way you can do like a billion episodes on that without enjoying yourself. And I think that that essence of YouTube of just doing what you enjoy has really fallen off, which is like not an uncommon take. You get stuff like this all the time. But like for me especially, it's really a shame because I grew up with YouTube, and like a lot of who I am is based on this, and I get a lot of nostalgia looking at these Minecraft videos. Like I watched Stampy's finale when it came out, like most people, and I just like it really hit me hard, to see that end, because it's a wake up call that things don't last forever. I don't know. It's kind of funny that my wake up call that things don't last forever came from a Minecraft YouTube video. Again, that just goes to show like the kind of experience that I have. I think it's really a shame. Like again, you look at those old YouTubers, it's great, but then you look at the new modern day Mr. Beast, whatever, what's his name, Eric? God, I hate Eric. Look, not as a person, but just his content really just rubs me the wrong way, which is nothing wrong with. You know, obviously not everyone's gonna enjoy it. There's artists, not everyone likes Taylor Swift, not everyone likes the I don't know who's another famous artist. I was gonna write down some stuff that I wanted to say before I started recording, but then I pulled out the bullet points and I didn't really know what to write down. And I've been mentally planning this video for like 2 to 3 days now, just like trying to find the motivation to get it. And I think like I procrastinate a lot, but like I want to make YouTube videos. Obviously, that's why I'm doing this now. And the reason I'm making this one specifically is because it's something that I'm quite passionate about. It's something that I think about a lot, and I like to observe and like analyze. That like this style of video, like commentary videos, I like them a lot. I'm a big fan. I've been watching commentary videos for ages. Like you look at Technoblade, like his old stuff. You look at one of my favorite YouTubers now is like RickRapper1, not RickRap2. Just because I love the honesty, and he's just like such a happy person with such a positive outlook on life. And I really love hearing just perspectives from other people. Another really good one was Wimbu, but then he like smited his whole channel and then started uploading these like again the big performative unstable SMP videos, which I personally can't stand, but you know I understand why people like them. I think my brother really likes them, so whatever. I'm not a hater. And Wimbu's like a really funny guy. I did enjoy like his commentaries. I watched one of him like talking about his experience with Terraria, and I love Terraria. I've been playing Terraria. That's one of the reasons I've been thinking about this video for 2 to 3 days and not making it, is because I've been playing Terraria. I've been playing on this journey world, just like I've just been addicted. I'm trying to research every item. I think I'm like 40% of items done, and I've got like maybe 30 hours on the game. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, and I've been doing that over the last like it's the school holidays, and I'm very bored. And I've been trying to think about how I want to spend my time. So I think I'm gonna start creating things. You know, I'm working on a YouTube video that I'm again just struggling to find motivation for. It's on speedrunning. I like speedrunning Minecraft, but I haven't like fully learned how to do it yet. But Minecraft speedrunning is just so cool. Like again, RickRapper1, I watch his videos. It's kind of what not introduced me to it, but it's when I started seeing more and more of it, and I was like, hey, how do you do that? That's pretty cool, and got me interested. And I learned how to do like a couple bastions just on my own. But yeah, I wanted to make a video on it because it's something I'm passionate about, and I wanted to fill the time. And I want to really emphasize just making something that I am happy with and not what I think would perform well, you know? Because again, that's just something that I enjoy doing, and I think that things are a lot better quality when you enjoy doing them, you know? I think there's only one example of someone truly enjoying both making content and the numbers that it produces, and that's Mr. Beast. And obviously he's got this like such an intense enjoyment for both things, and he's got what, like 400 mil subscribers? Something ridiculous. He should not be allowed to have that many subscribers. That being said, I do watch a lot of those like mass-produced videos, because obviously they're good. Like they're made to produce numbers, and the numbers are enticing. You know, I click and I watch, and I get like captivated. I've got a very short attention span. So all those big colors and flashing lights and whatnot is really like captivating for me, and I hate that. I walk away from a video being like, dude, that was entirely just an engagement trap. There's nothing interesting. And I just get like annoyed at myself. So I want to bring more love to the platform. I want to start making videos that I enjoy. Hence the commentary. Like I said, I love commentary videos. I want to bring just like good vibes, you know. And like this channel specifically, I've made to boost my confidence with talking, because I'm making this video on speedrunning, and just the voiceovers, like it hurts to listen to, because I just clearly am not confident. and I record each bit in like a second. So I'll record the line or the scene or whatever, and then I'll record the next one. And the transition just doesn't sound good for whatever reason. And I think that's just because I don't speak consistently, or I try to put on this voice. So yeah, I'm making this video to help myself practice with that. This video is probably gonna be like very bumpy and rocky in terms of my mind flow, just because it's my first one. I want to make more of these because I have so many stories that I want to tell, and I've always wanted to do storytelling on YouTube. So when Hypixel Bed Wars storytelling was like a very popular niche, I was like, oh yeah, I totally want to do that. And my first ever video was one of those. It's unlisted now because it was like so unbelievably terrible. It's just the style of video that I always wanted to make. I had a huge like animation YouTuber phase where I just loved watching Odd Ones Out, Gen Animations, like all of them. I had like 40 of them subscribed or something ridiculous, and I just binged that all day. I still don't know what I want to do with like YouTube and stuff, because like all I know is I want to make things that I enjoy, but it's really hard to find things that I enjoy. I get bored easily, and like my attention span wavers. I tried to learn to speedrun once already, and I just like, again, I learned like 2 bastions, then stopped. So I'm coming back to it and making the video on it to try and hold myself accountable. But I've had this project open for like 5 months now, and I've edited like 2 minutes of it, which is just not not enough for the productivity rate. I want it to be the long form. I've made a couple shorts, and I like, even those took me like a week. Not because I was low on motivation, just because I was like learning how to use software. You know, I was googling. Like I had the vision in my mind of what I wanted to create, and I just googled how to create that, and go Discord, like find people that know what they're doing. And like I would think of something that I wanted to do and I'd do it. And like I was really proud of those videos. Not because they were good. Like I watch them now and they've obviously got things. Even when I made them, I would watch them and be like, yeah, this is something to improve on. But just because I had the vision of what I wanted and I was able to make it. So that's good. And like one of the things I want to improve on is speaking. Hence this, going in circles. Another reason I'm making this video is because I want to start a survival world. And I think that this is a really good way to do that. Because, I don't know, it just gives me something to do, because I usually get bored of survival. I'll make a world, go mining, whatever, and then just like completely lose interest. Oh, I've lost my point. And just completely lose interest? Whoa! I just completely lose interest. And that's just it for me. You'll never see me play again. And I think this is a good way to hold accountable, so I'll tell like other stories and like just keep playing on this world and have like a series. So as I talk and yap and ramble about whatever, I can kind of watch as the world grows along with my skills. Because like my motto, and not even just like YouTube, but just in life, is just improve in every way that you can, and just like focus on improving yourself. But I don't want to put any expectations on myself, limits. I don't think I'll be a famous YouTuber. The end goal for me on that main channel where I'm doing the speedrunning thing, hopefully I upload the speedrunning thing. Hopefully I don't like completely zone out and be like, nah, and give up. Because I do really want to finish it. I'm enjoying the speedrunning. But I'm like forcing myself. I'm only gonna learn, I'm only gonna practice if I'm recording it, and then turn it into a video, and then I just don't, and I just zone out, and I play Terraria. And I don't know, there's just so many distractions, bro. I'll load up my computer, and before I can even open like DaVinci Resolve or whatever, I get DM'd from my friend. He's like, yo, get on Roblox, and I played like Guess the Anime with my friend for like 45 minutes. The thing is, though, is that I think I could be a good YouTuber, right? And obviously everyone thinks that. Everyone thinks, oh my god, I'm gonna be the next Technoblade, I'm gonna be the next Mr. Beast, I'm gonna be so famous. And you see, like, all these kids starting YouTube channels. And I think that's great. I think the ambition is great. And I love to see people, like, really, like, get involved and be like, yeah, I want to do this. But the truth is, it's just not for everyone. There's some people that just don't have it in them. But, like, I think I'd be good at it. I back myself. I think I have the public speaking skills. I mean, obviously I'm practicing now, but like, could you tell that this is my first time? I can tell you. I'm just trying to speak clearly and like somewhat quickly, keep them engaged, but also just like in a comprehensive way that I could watch this and be like, oh yeah, I know what he's talking about. We did a speech competition in my class, and I did a speech, and I kind of whiffed. I got my cue cards mixed up, and I like typed it up like weirdly, so I got really confused, and I had to take like 30 seconds. I'm like, yo, hold on, stop the timer, and I had to rearrange everything, catch myself up, and be like, guys, I'm so sorry. I still got like top grade for that because I don't know, I don't think I deserved it. But there was another kid that just like spieled. He went for like 8 minutes without stopping and stumbling. This is the kid. This is the Nepo baby of school. They were reading out the prize giving. They go top of geography, top of history, top of English, top of science, top of math. Like literally every class he took. He took like 6 classes in year 11. At every class he took, he got top in 5 of them. He was rambling about like George Orwell, Animal Farm, and like 1947. What's the 1987? Is that the thing? Big Brother. I don't know. Again, I'm not smart. But he is, and he rambled, and I could not follow him. I could not understand what he was saying, but he was talking like clearly and constantly, and he got also top mark. And I just think I just don't think he deserved it. Because like, even though he knew what he was talking about, I didn't. And I got lost like 2 minutes in, and I just zoned out for the rest of it. Because it wasn't engaging. He just talked, and he sounded convincing, but I didn't know what I was being convinced of. And I personally don't think that makes for a very good speech. So yeah, I'm trying to reflect that in these videos where I'm comprehensive enough to understand what I'm saying, but also for everyone else to understand what I'm saying, and like, use words. He was using like the therefore. Who knows what therefore means? Find me one person that has ever used that word unironically. Like I said, I don't have a plan for this video. I'm just kind of talking about whatever comes to mind. And it was originally going to be about like YouTube and stuff, but I just like have run out of things to say on that. I'll probably think of more, but like I just don't. I said what I wanted to. It's lost its essence, and that's like very sad. But also, that's kind of it. You know, I said I wanted to be. Oh, and then I went on Ramble at Spiels. Yeah, I think I'd be a good YouTuber because I can talk, I can entertain, I make people laugh. Sometimes I don't know. I'm also kind of a joke, but like my whole life I've been like, yeah, I want to do this. My mum's like, hey, you'd be great at this. Obviously, she told me if I use a face cam for my face in my videos, then I'd just be like instantly popular because of how attractive I am. And I said, thanks, mum. And also, like, I have this one memory from like year 6 when I was telling my friend, I was like, yo, you know, I think I want to do YouTube. I think that'd be a super cool job. That'd be like the dream life, bro. Imagine sitting down, waking up, playing video games, going to sleep, and making trillions of dollars. And my friend was like, you know what? I think you'd actually be very good at that. And I took that to heart, and since that day I've been like, you know what, I would probably be really good at this, so I'm going to try my best. And then I don't try my best, I get distracted. It's such a weird feeling to describe being ambitious but lazy. Like, there's no way to put into words how much I would want something. Like, I want to be a famous YouTuber, like I want to be like a billionaire, like I want all these things, but I just can't like find the motivation to do it. I'll watch like an Instagram reel that's like really inspiring. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go do that right now. And then I scroll, and all my dreams go waste away. The thing that like I was in a slump where I was thinking all these things and I would do nothing. And I was in a slump for ages. And what changed is I had a dream where I just achieved everything, you know, in terms of YouTube. Like I was playing MCC, Twitch rival stage, like hands up, everyone is cheering for me, and I was, you know, like very egotistical. And then I woke up and I just had a sink in my stomach. Like, holy smokes, that would be. Imagine doing that in real life. Imagine doing that, and then instead of waking up, you go and like freaking do anything else and not message any minors. It's actually so bad, bro. Imagine having like the perfect job ever. You can do whatever you want, and you just use it. You just use your platform to sex kids. Like that's such a waste of talent, especially in like the online community where cancel culture is very prominent and people say like one thing and get cooked, which I personally don't agree with. I think that people deserve to be heard out, and I think redemption is like a thing that people should get a chance at. Obviously there are some things that are unredeemable, but just like ruining everything you've built and just everyone being betrayed by you is just like so crushing. But I think there's better ways to go about it than bringing out the ukulele and being like, guys, I'm so sorry. I did all these bad things, but it's okay because I'm really sorry and I feel really bad. Here's a funny question of morality. Do people think, just as a general question, do you the viewer think that intention makes up for action, right? Like tough love, obviously. There's people that like not abuse, but like just kind of put their kids through like some stuff. And it's like, oh, I'm just toughening them up, or I'm just training them for this, or I'm doing these things so that they can be successful in life. I'm doing it, like, I don't think you can go through life just being completely ignorant to all the bad things that happen. But I also think that, you know, you're still doing things that are like bad. But let me rephrase this. This is supposed to be about YouTube. I'm talking about all these horrible. Let's say someone kills someone. Let's say someone murders another human, and he's like, yeah, but I did it because they were like freaking being weird to my child. You know, I'm sure that's happened before. I can't think of a case that comes to mind. But like, yeah, I did this because of this. And it's like somewhat a valid reason. You're like, yeah, that makes sense. I understand why you do that. But does that justify they still murdered the person? You still gotta put them behind bars. It's kind of unhinged. You can't just have people that are willing to murder people out in public. But in the end of the day, the only way to find if someone is like capable of murder, like mentally, like I don't think I could ever bring myself to kill another person no matter what happened. But like, the only way to find out if someone is capable of that is to put them in a situation where they would be incentivized to do that. And it's like a fight or flight. Like in like genuine raw human reaction. I stand by the idea that I would never be able to do it to another human. I cannot imagine a world where I would do that. Like dude, life is so afraid. That was gonna be my second video. I made the thumbnail for that as well. My second actually, you know, I'm gonna leave it for the second comic video. If you want to find more about that, watch the next video. Let's take a quick break from talking about things that I did not think I was gonna be talking about, and let's find a spot for my starter house. I want this to be like a long-running survival world. I've said that. I want to set up a bit of a base. And I don't really know where. I figured I'd just get myself like basic tools, and I'll go hit the diamonds later. Let's see. What can I make of this? I'm not a builder, That's another video idea I had actually, is to just learn how to build. I saw Jaron do that. I watched his video and I was like, yeah, that's a pretty cool idea. And I would also make that video, but I feel like I'm not a huge fan of people plagiarizing other people's content. Yeah, this is a good thing to talk about. It's back on the YouTube track. I'm not a huge fan of people like plagiarizing other people's content. I know, shock. But I also think that there are other things that people do that I don't like. So there's this one guy called Johnny Razor. He makes shorts. And like, again, I have no personal beef with him. But some of his videos are like, some of his videos are pretty good. And he works out, and I can tell. It's like, it's his authentic content. I respect that. That's his hustle. But some of it's like, there's a TikTok channel, and they commented on the video. And these are the comments, and then people are like, oh, this comment's pretty funny, and then they like the short, but all that goes to Johnny Raisin. All he's like is like, hey guys, look at this, which really gives me that like kind of the clip on TikTok. It's like, you'll never be Troyed. I'm not gonna try to recreate it because it'll probably just be cringe, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but some of the videos are just like, hey guys, look at this, and then he gets all the credit for it, or all the like profit or whatever. Like shorts make money. I was watching a video by, oh, I actually can't remember the channel's name, but he's the same guy that does Deep Pocket Monster, which is like Pokemon cards. Find a spot for a house real quick. Ooh, a jungle. I like the look of that jungle. I think I'm gonna sit up somewhere in there. But there's a borderline of what counts as like plagiarizing people's videos. Obviously, there's like similar ideas. Like I just said, I wanted to do the building thing, but I think I could put my own twist on it. And then there's people that are like, hey, look at this, check this out, and then it goes well for them, like Johnny Razor, I said. But like, there's also, I don't know if I'm hypocritical or not, because there's also the inverse of that. Moist Critical. I think Moist Critical's hilarious. I think he's so funny. And I love watching his videos. But like, he also just kind of goes, hey guys, check this out. But I think what's different is that he kind of adds his own spin on it, his own opinion. And even those opinions might not be like super crazy or interesting. It's just like nice. It feels like a conversation. You know, it feels like you're just talking to a guy about this thing. He's like, yeah, you know, this happened, blah, 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 blah. And I like that kind of vibe, whereas Johnny Razor is more of just like, I feel like I'm targeting John Razy, bro. Again, I no personal beef, and a lot of his stuff is fine, but just this one type of content that he makes. Oh, here's the kind of content that I hate, is those like Reddit videos where it's the Minecraft parkour in the background. It's just a dude reading it out. There was a guy that I knew that did, well, I didn't know him, but I saw his videos. He had like just under 100k, he had like 95k subs, and he made Hypixel commentary videos. And I was like, oh yeah, this guy's chill, you know, he's chasing what he actually enjoys, and I respect that, you know, not selling out. Even though, like, his channel isn't getting the best results, I still appreciate that he's just kind of sticking with the passion. I was really happy, you know, I said, what I opened this video with is the essence of YouTube's kind of been lost. And then I found him later on YouTube Shorts, like walked in on my brother and he was watching YouTube Shorts, and I realized it was like, oh, it's the same guy, and I clicked, and he had like 20 different channels, and they were all just the Reddit videos of it's like not just like reading out the Reddit post, and like those people get paid for that because I don't know how. That content just like really aggravates me because it's so lazy and it's so like mass produced, and but it's like so engaging. You know, kids just see like the colorful Minecraft parkour, and they see the like people make jokes about the Subway Surfers gameplay, but it's real, and people make jokes about senses to it, and they'll see the Subway Surfers gameplay and be like, ah, funny because they need to retain my attention. But then they just sit there and they watch it all. It's real. It still happens. Usually when people are aware of something, the issue kind of goes away. You know, like God, I can't think of an example. Surely everyone here has found a time where someone's realized something and then stopped making that mistake. But when you're like, oh yeah, Instagram and like TikTok are like terrible for your brain and they're like ruining your attention span, and then they keep scrolling, is just like insane. Like, you recognize the problem and you refuse to do anything about it. Like, why? Alright, I don't know how to build, so I'm just going to start this, and just bear with me, and we'll see what happens. Probably going to look terrible, but only one way to, like, test it. Only one way to improve, and that's to do it. Kind of need more cobblestone, but I'm actually abandoning this because I've just seen a village over there, so I'm going to go and loot that. As I make my way over to this village, I'm probably just going to, like, end it there, you know? Like, again, first time doing a commentary video. I hope... I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed telling stories. I've always enjoyed telling stories. I've always enjoyed... Whoa, that should not have been hard to say. I've always enjoyed watching people tell stories and listening to people's stories being told. Ow. Stop. You know, I've made some progress in the Minecraft world. I've made some progress in my own improvement towards being able to talk confidently for these other videos that I'm making. Hopefully, I find motivation to do that. Hopefully, saying that it exists will help me keep accountable, you know, because now that it's like kind of out there, the file exists. I'm probably going to just like instantly stop and start recording and start talking about the next thing I want to talk about, which is like the meaning of life. I'll post that video for some time, hopefully like the next day. I want to have like a somewhat regular upload schedule, but I gotta think of things to talk about. I'm thinking of doing daily, so I'll probably post this one today and then the next one tomorrow, but I'm literally just gonna record it right now. Hope that interests you, hope that finds insight in you, hope you enjoyed listening to me talk for a little bit. That's a try. Oh, I want that. Usually this is where YouTubers say, please subscribe, because they're chasing the numbers, and they're not chasing the entertainment value. I'm not gonna do that, because like I just said, I don't really care. I don't really care about this channel. This is a throwaway channel where I can just talk and practice and stuff. The main channel is like different. I'm just gonna post what I enjoy, but like might also do well so that I'm not bombing my statistics. Either way, whether you're entertained or not, I appreciate you. I appreciate the idea of people just like being interested enough to stay this long. I never, like, people say all the time, like, oh my god, every single subscriber means so much to me, and I thought it was just, like, clickbait traffic, but it really does just, like, help. The idea of being interested in what I have to say is really nice, you know, that's what I've been doing since I was a mere child, is just listening to it. And to be one of those people would be pretty sick. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm gonna go record my next video. I don't know how to end this off, so I'm just going to.